Guys, Ada here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we're in the world of Oasis Springs and we are building a starter home in kind of like a mid-century style. This is on the Nook Stone lot, which is a lot that had originally a starter home on it. I would say that one was also in a mid-century, but this is very different. This is just a very basic shape. I build a lot of, I've been building a lot of mid-century homes and I really like the style and I wanted to build something that was fairly small because I've decided to start playing more legacy gameplay. I haven't played The Sims like that in a really long time and I really miss it. So I decided to start a new founder sim. So you may see her there. Her name is Hannah. So Hannah Clark. She is available on the gallery, so is this build. So my gallery ID, Antoinette44, is in the description below if you need, but both Hannah and this build are available on the gallery if you'd like to take a look. But yeah, she needed a house and I never really play in Oasis Springs and I don't really know why. So I decided, why not? Let's put her in Oasis Springs. And I've played a bit of this legacy. By the time you're seeing this, I've put a lot of stuff on X. So my X details are in the description below. But she's married now. They have a son, her and her husband. So very exciting. Also next door to this build, she has acquired a yoga studio. It started out as a very small build and I just kept building onto the business as she kept making money. So her main sources of income were from painting and from the knitting skill. I think is it the rainbow colored neck scarves that you can make for like the animals in like cottage living? When they sell on Plopsy, they sell for so much simoleons. Like they make so much money. So I just made money by doing that and painting. And I really could have, I should have put some like lot traits. Yeah, lot traits. That's what they're called. I should have added some lot traits onto this lot to actually help me with my painting skill. That would have been better. I don't actually know how many tiles this is. I don't think it would be a tiny home. I think it'd be just a bit bigger. It's probably a small home, which probably still has some perks. But anyway, I didn't look into that too much, but I probably should have. Yeah. So this build, as I mentioned, is a starter home and it is a true starter home. So as in, I believe we started with 18 or so thousand simoleons. You'll see a running total down the bottom there throughout the speed build, but we do end up having, I think, some money left over. I've been really enjoying building starter homes recently. I've built quite a few. You'll see a couple. You'll see actually quite a few this month in August. So we've got this build today, and then Thursday's build is another starter home that I built for a different family that I was playing, and that's a cottage, and that's in Henford-on-Bagley, and that's a really lovely build. So stay tuned for Thursday for that build. Anyway, we are inside. So I've done the floor plan. So you walk in and you have basically an open area and two bump outs and the two rooms off the main area of the home. You obviously have the bedroom, which is behind the kitchen, and then a bathroom. It's a pretty decent sized bedroom. I just put the bed, no, it's a pretty decent sized bedroom. I love the living room. I love how much natural light you get in that living room. And at this part of the build, I was obviously very conscious of muddy. So we are sitting at about 8,000 simoleons. I still have a bathroom to do. I have a bedroom to decorate. And I have an outdoors to decorate as well. So I am cautious at this point of the build of funds. And I think that's also the challenge with starter homes is like having them like look good, but also staying within that budget. And I will say that some of the like more recent packs, it's actually easier to build a starter home because things are more affordable. Like Eco Lifestyle has so many cheap assets compared to say like the base game. So building a base game starter home, I find is harder than building a starter home if I had used all my packs. Because we have so many, there's stuff that's come out that's just so much cheaper to use. So that's really good. So that's why I guess, yeah. And I definitely feel like it's made building starter homes a lot easier when I use all the packs. So I've used a lot of Eco Lifestyle, obviously. This table and chairs in the dining room is all Eco Lifestyle. I put in a painting in here. We do end up putting an island in the kitchen because I had extra money and I felt like it was lacking a little. I don't change the kind of cheap kitchen appliances. They stay. But that's kind of, something I can work towards. All right, so we are just going in with this beautiful kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a lattice type fence. This is a base game fence. It's used a lot in Oasis Springs anyway, and I've used that to kind of map out a little backyard section. This is where we put an easel, we put a chess table. I do put some gardening in here. This sim turns out doesn't really do a lot of gardening, doesn't really get utilized, but she does a lot of painting and she does a lot of knitting. And I think I got it to the point where she had like 10 grand. And then I opened up the business. So I started building the yoga studio next door, which is another small-ish lot. I think it's a little bit bigger than this lot. I think it's like a 30 by 20. And I just started with 10 grand. I built it out. And then I just opened the business, made more money. And then, yeah. And it's just growing. And I'm having so much fun. So this is this is the build I use in my personal game. But with it being a legacy gameplay, they will outgrow this house very quickly because it's not very big. And they're already married with one child, so, well, with a newborn. And I play on long lifespans, so I guess I've got some time to think about what I want to do. I don't know, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys play in long lifespan? I get really attached to my Sims, and I just enjoy them so much. Like, I'm the type of person who will save my sim to the gallery multiple times throughout their life, just because, like, I like to go back to where they were at a certain point. I'm that committed. And I just really like this sim. I think I did a really good job. Oh, and obviously yoga. So wellness, she has a really high wellness skill, which we've developed. And to get the money for the studio, so we obviously did the painting, we did the knitting, but she also just went to the park and then just did like public, I guess sessions and stuff. And yeah, it worked out really well. So I really am enjoying this particular gameplay. Anyway, this has just been a rant about my gameplay as opposed to the build. We are outside and we are doing the landscaping. I kept it very simple. I definitely wanted to utilize a lot of debug. I do really like the base game debug menu. It's pretty good. We've used those pink flowers, those kind of special trees that come into the pack. A lot of palm trees, a lot of the cacti. We've used aloe vera plants. I do change that whole front section. I don't know what is going on with me in landscaping at the moment. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling, especially with my bigger builds. I struggle to layer my plants, and to me, it just doesn't look good. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what, but I need to kind of, get around it. We are live in game. So you enter in, you have your living, dining, and kitchen. And as you can see, I added that island. We've used a lot of blues and greens in this home, which I really like. That's kind of like a fake fireplace. I might want to actually put a real one. I don't know why. Temperature controls, burglar alarm, because I am playing in this home. You have your bathroom and your bedroom. There's not a lot going on in the bedroom. As I said, we do finish up with 852 simoleons, which is still a decent amount, but I wanted some like money to play with. But yeah, I really liked this build. So that's the build today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.